Hi friend, welcome to day 2 of our post-holiday homeschool reset. I am spending 4 days resetting our homeschool space for this coming year. And since we're about halfway through our school year, then this is a really great time for me to just reset, see what things are working, and try, especially in our space, to see if there are things that I can eliminate or simplify to make homeschool a little bit simpler and easier for all of us as we re-enter homeschool after the holidays. So this is part 2 of the 4 parts of our reset for the post-holiday season. The first step was to clean and declutter this area. The second step, which I'm doing today, is to organize. Next, I'm going to do some planning for this coming few weeks of school, this coming month, the new year. And then the fourth thing I'm going to do is just prep and get everything set up and ready for school the following week. So those are the things that I'm doing to set us up for success for this coming year, the 2024 year, which is the last half of our homeschool year. So if you were here for yesterday's video, I did a bunch of tidying and cleaning and just easy decluttering, things that I knew that we weren't using anymore or we didn't need, just stuff that was cluttering up our spaces. And today I'm going to be doing some organizing. All right, so I'm going to start this organization stage of our reset. I'm gonna just take some time to think through what our rhythm is right now and what adjustments I want to make to our environment to just make things a little bit better for our homeschool. Okay, so I've taken some time to really think through the schedule, the rhythm that we have right now, and what we're doing school-wise, the curriculum that we have, and all the paraphernalia for that. And I have been also kind of trying to think through and troubleshoot some of the things that I'd like to change about this space. So the first thing is the desktop computer that is downstairs in my master bedroom. I want to come back upstairs to be here in the schoolroom. So that's gonna happen over in that corner over there. And it was up here for part of last school year, and it seemed to work fine. And so we're gonna move that back up into the corner. I'm also going to move up my new printer. It was a Black Friday special. It was the Epson EcoTank. And so I'm really excited to be trying that out to see if I like it. So far, it's been really user-friendly and easy to set up, and it's worked really well. So I don't have a review on that. I feel like we haven't had it long enough, but so far, so good for the printer. The third thing is I want to do something with my kids' backpacks. So because of the co-op that we attend, each of my children have their own backpack. And in the backpack resides a lot of the homework, schoolwork, pencil boxes, things that live in a backpack. And we don't have a great place for them to be stored. I'd really like to be intentional about having a specific spot for them to live when we're home. So that's another thing that I'm thinking through and troubleshooting for organization. And then the final thing that I'm really trying to think through and decide is this little desk that I got. It was a roadside find. Someone was getting rid of it. And so I thought maybe it would be a space that whoever was not currently working with me on schools, like either Micah or Emma, my 4th grader or my 2nd grader, if whoever wasn't working with me would be over there on the desk with a space of their own. And it just hasn't really worked out that way. Another thing is when I brought it home, I also thought maybe my youngest, Judah, would use it while the older kids were doing school if he wanted to have his own space to be working on something or coloring or whatever he was working on preschool-wise, and he just hasn't. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna just keep it up here to see if we use it or if I'll just move it out of the space because we're not using it. So there's a little toss up on that right now. So those are the things that I'm really thinking about and considering as I try to reset this space for the rest of our school year. So I've never really loved the fact that this paper sorter obscures the bottom of my marker board. It makes writing on like this whole bottom section really difficult. And so I'm actually gonna move this paper sorter over to the top of that desk over there, and that will give me some more space over here to actually write on my marker board, because I do use this pretty much every single day for our homeschool. All right, so we got the computer moved up and the printer. And next we've got to figure out what we're doing with this desk. Is it staying? Is it leaving? What am I doing? Go sit in this chair over here.
Okay. Which chair?
Just sit in this at the desk. I want to see if it's too low. It looks like it's too low. Yeah, it's too low, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I've just decided to completely move out this small desk. I don't have a chair that fits well underneath it, and at this point we are not using it, and if we needed another workspace, I would just send a kid to another room. So I think I'm just gonna move it out of this room and then not worry about this small desk, and that will free up that entire corner, since I feel like the other corner is now full. Like, it feels like it's full. So yes, that's done. And it's getting pretty dark outside. You know, it's only like 4 o'clock, 4:15, but 'tis the season. So I'm not sure how much more footage I'm gonna get tonight of organizing. I'm gonna spend some more time trying to organize this space up here. But I will definitely give you, once I'm finished organizing, the full picture of what it looks like up here in our school space. So this is the finished product of all of this organization that we've done. So as you can see, the computer just fits in that corner, nice and snug. The printer and my paper sorter there for papers to grade, and some of the curriculum that I want to have on hand for this year. These shelves we didn't do a whole lot of anything to get those reset. I did move this whiteboard that we use for lessons, was behind my rolling cart, and I think I just like this better. I think this will be more easily accessible right here behind this chair. Not much changed here for organization of the bookshelf there. The only other thing that I decided to try so far is this. I had these empty spaces in between the cubbies for our school, and I decided to put the boys' backpacks there. They easily slip right in there, and the boys don't really access the things in their backpacks much when we're home. It's mostly just to carry things to and around co-op. So I think that will work out just fine. Now I just have to figure out what in the world I'm doing with the girls' backpacks that are just kind of chilling here. And that's basically where they live. And also, I had forgotten about this at the beginning of reorganization, but I needed to find some place to put my stuff for co-op. I teach one of the history classes, and so I carry this like container of stuff around with me every week. And so this was a perfect place. This was a cubby that was empty that I had just been keeping extra curriculum in. So it fit the stuff that I want to keep handy for my teaching each week. So that was perfect. And I love having this space behind where I sit cleaned off. It just makes for a much simpler space there. It's nice to have the space back there to move curriculum throughout the day. I am really excited about where we are for organization, for getting everything organized, moving a few little things around, trying to find places for the things that we use each week. So this is a perfect place for me to dive into part 3, which is the planning part. I'll be using my well-ordered homeschool planner for the next video. So don't forget to subscribe to Born for Homeschool if you are wanting to catch my next video, which is where we're going to be actually planning the first month for the next year. So I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's video.